Have you ever wondered if you should be contributing to the Roth TSP account? Well, if you have, make sure you stay tuned for this video in the FERS Federal Fact Check. Hi, I'm Micah Shilanski with Plan Your Federal Retirement. Today we have a great question from Deborah talking about the Roth TSP account. Now, Deborah says she's retiring at the end of this year. So Deborah, congratulations. It's going to be super exciting for you. And she does not currently have any money in the Roth TSP. So should she contribute money into that Roth TSP for this year? Then next year she says, well, should I look at Roth conversions? Deborah, that's a great question. Now, this is a lot of different things that are going to go into this. So let's go through some basic concepts first. First thing is, let's talk about that Roth account, right? Let's talk about tax buckets and how money comes together. Well, the first thing we have to look at is, I love our tax buckets, right? First tax bucket we have is ordinary income, which is the worst type of taxes to pay because it's between 0 to almost 37% you have to pay in taxes, plus state income taxes on top of that. Example of ordinary income could be your wages, your W-2 that you get. This could be your FERS. It comes on a 1099 retirement check, etc. So if we don't like ordinary income, then the next place we go is our tax deferred bucket. Our tax deferred bucket we love because we get to defer taxes. That's an example of our TSP, maybe an IRA account that's going to be inside of there. We have a couple other buckets as well. We have a capital gains bucket. We're not going to talk about that one right now. But then we also have our very favorite tax-free bucket. Why is it our favorite? Because it's tax-free, right? You gotta love tax-free money. And this is where we pay 0 taxes. Best example of this is a Roth. This could be a Roth TSP or this could be a Roth IRA account, which is there. So a couple of rules that are here we really need to be thinking about. One, if we have a TSP account, a Roth TSP account, one of the things they require is that you have that account open for 5 years and be age 59 and a half before you take any distributions from your Roth TSP. So Deborah, with you retiring this year, I don't know if that makes a lot of sense for you to fund your Roth TSP account. Maybe it does. Maybe you don't need to access this money for 5 years. That could potentially be something, but this is definitely something I would think about. I would definitely be looking at a Roth IRA account for you if you're eligible to fund that. Roth IRA has that same 5-year rule, but it's a little different. One of the beautiful parts about the Roth IRA is you can put money into your Roth IRA, which is great. Yes, it has to sit there for 5 years and or age 59 and a half, but that's only for the earnings. Any contributions you make to the Roth IRA, you can pull out at any time without a 10% penalty. Those earnings, though, we gotta let them leave. So Roth money is normally more longer term money. Why do we say that? Because we want this money to grow tax-free in retirement. And how does it grow? By letting it invest, by giving it time so it can grow in the long-term aspect of things. So I really like these Roth accounts. Should you make a contribution? I don't know. That one's going to be a little tough. I would look at those rules and I would say most of my clients, I lean more towards the no for them, but your situation could be a little bit different. The fact that you have TSP and you're thinking about Roth conversions, I love that idea. Now keep in mind, anytime we take money out of our tax deferred bucket, our TSP, our pre-tax money, it's going to go to ordinary income first. Then we can convert money to a Roth IRA. What does that mean? If we go to pull $50,000 out of our TSP and want to put it in our Roth, it first has to come through our ordinary income bucket, so you got to pay taxes on it. Then it can go into our Roth account. So one of the things I always want to have a plan for, how am I going to pay the taxes on this money? So we like to do a 10-year tax projection with our clients and say, great, over the next 10 years, if we did nothing, how much taxes would you pay? And then, all right, if we started to do some other things, okay, tax laws are going to change in 2026, at least under current law. Your taxes are probably going to go up. Okay, great. Then we have RMDs, required minimum distributions. Okay, maybe your taxes are going to go up again. So how much should we convert now, potentially when we're at a lower tax rate before our taxes go up, and put into a Roth? I love the plan. But let's figure out on the dollar amount. What's the right amount for you that makes sense to do? This is just a numbers question, so we got to break it down and look at it. If you need some personal help with this and you're thinking about, man, I love this strategy, but it's a little complex, how do I apply it? Jump on our website, planyourfederalretirement.com. You can sit down with a consultation with one of our advisors, or if you have a question, feel free to submit it, and you could be featured in the next FERS Federal Fact Check. Till then, happy planning.